Hello, my name is Shayna,
And I'm Laura.
and we are starting this YouTube channel because we both recently realized that we have a lot of anxiety issues that we need to deal with. She has anxiety issues with food.
She has some anxiety issues that take form in OCD.
The goal of this vlog is to document our lives for the next year. Every weekday, one of us will be doing a video, and it's going to be about pretty much anything. Mostly, the goal of the videos is to help kind of visualize the process from starting recovery to hopefully getting to a point at the end of this year where we feel like, you're never really going to fully recover, but somewhere better than where we are right now. And since we're both dealing with anxiety disorders, we wanted to do it together because we're both going to be doing pretty much very similar things to kind of cope with it, even though our anxieties take very, very different forms. So, like, I have a lot of OCD problems and a lot of panic disorder problems, and I have to address those, but the way I address them is going to be very similar to the way that she's going to address some of her issues.
Yeah. And I have issues with food, like she said. I've developed a lot of disordered eating patterns, such as binging and then obsessively dieting and exercising. And a lot of those stem from anxiety caused, I guess, by my self-worth and self-esteem issues. And I know that a lot of women will be able to relate to the feelings of low confidence and low self-esteem, and there are executable ways to improve your self-esteem. And so hopefully some of the girls out there can learn something from the process that we're going to be going through.
Or the guys.
Or guys even, of course.
Yeah.
Damn it, I'm sexist.
I think you're like the least sexist person
In this room.
This is a very big room. We are outside. The main goal really is for me and her. We really want to have something at the end of this year where we can look back and see documented proof that we got better. Because there's a lot of problems. Like, I struggle with depression as much as it's kind of
As do I. It's a
yeah,
genetic thing.
Yeah, and it goes hand in hand with anxiety disorders. And what's really hard is when you're in the middle of depression, it's really difficult to look at yourself objectively and say, I've progressed way further than where I was last week, last month, last year, even like last hour. Like, I've had days where I've literally changed from hour to hour, and it's really hard when you go from feeling really good to feeling like really crappy to say, well, yeah, but I'm better than I was 3 days ago or 3 months ago.
Or when you go from feeling really crappy to feeling really good, well, there was a time in your life when you weren't able to do that.
Yeah.
And it took days to get out of a depression, and that's something to be celebrated.
Yeah.
So if we can look back on those days and see where we've come from, it will be really useful for us, maybe useful for you guys.
Yeah. I noticed that my brain likes to forget when I've been doing really well that, oh yeah, I was struggling with this before. And so when it comes back, it's always a surprise, which makes me even more like depressed because I'm like, oh, why is this back? And like having that document saying, okay, well, it's back, but you've been through this before is something that's really good, I think, for us as people as well as maybe you as viewers.
Because our disorders kind of range the gamut, we'll make sure to label videos for specific things that we're going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have days where we're just showing you cat pictures, you'll be able to sift through those. And because her issues are a lot different than mine, and we'll label those accordingly as well.
Like, she's got a quote on the background of her MacBook that says, always be afraid of always be afraid?
Are we going to always be afraid of everything?
Yeah, right now.
That's where we're coming from,
actually.
Where we're trying to go is to always do what you're afraid to do.
Mm-hmm.
That is a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Mm-hmm.
Dear to my heart.
I know.
I'm an Emerson girl. And I really, truly believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been so terrified by fear in a lot of areas of my life. And that's another thing that I'm going to try to do in this year with this blog. When my sister offered to do it with me, I was so scared. And then, the background of my computer says that I need to do what I'm afraid to do. Mm-hmm. And it's very true. I know that I can gain a lot from this. And also, it will let me be accountable to somebody, mm-hmm. Which is a huge, huge help when you're struggling with anything. To just be accountable to someone. Yeah. And also, one thing that I really want to do is challenge myself, because oftentimes in my life, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, I haven't done things that might have been really good or fun for me because I was too afraid of what I would look like or what people would think of me, or all these irrational fears basically that didn't really mean much, but kept me from challenging myself and doing things that would really be wonderful experiences.
Mm.
So this will help me be accountable to actually follow through with those things that I've always wanted to do, like rock climbing, or I don't know if I'm gonna do that, I'm scared, or
Something like that.
or just even something as simple as taking a group exercise class. Can you believe I've never done that because I was too scared of what I'd look like? How silly, right? And then when you verbalize something, when you verbalize your inner thoughts, you can get a more realistic understanding of what they mean and help you sometimes overcome them. So that's a huge goal with this blog as well. Just being able to get our thoughts and feelings out so that we can be more objective about them.
So yeah, the videos definitely won't usually be this long. Hopefully we'll both be getting better equipment sometime in the future. I'm gonna.
Maybe.
But yeah, so if you're willing to watch it, stick around. If not, then it still is a really good exercise for both of us.
In conclusion, this is a vlog to explore two sisters' journeys to healthier mindsets and overall health in general, and to become closer with one another. And if you want to stick around and subscribe or watch with us, then you can definitely do that. Otherwise, I guess,
Bye.
peace out and remember to take heart.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want that to be our slogan? Take heart, y'all.
Take heart.
Take heart.
Take heart.
Take heart.
That feels weird.
Take heart.
You can take
heart.
Okay.
All right,
Take
remember
heart.
to take heart.
Remember to take heart. That feels so corny.
What? Well, you know what?
You know what? You're right. It's kind of a corny.
It's all about corny. The whole vlog is corny.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.